Well, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. It's the day after the APC NEC declaration of PMB. Used about 3 of those acronyms in there. And my guest this morning is Joe Ibokwe. Mr. Ibokwe is our APC Publicity Secretary in Lagos State. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, sir.
Yesterday, I suppose, the most open secret in the country was finally revealed. One newspaper wrote that when the president declared his intention to run, there was pin drop silence in the behind closed doors meeting. So I was wondering, what was that pin drop silence all about? Were you surprised, Joe, that the president has declared that following entreaties from well-wishers and supporters, he has indeed taken up the challenge and will run? Were you surprised?
No, I'm not. I'm not. You know, I've told you on this platform that we have no choice. That the man is a big asset to the party. And he has no rival. And he's an honest man, very dedicated man. He speaks the truth. And that's what we need at a time like this.
Indeed.
And he has shown commitment, you know. You hear some PDP governors, they said, the man has been fair to all.
Okay.
Has been fair to all.
Now, all the 24 APC governors were there, and if you go by newspaper reports, they're all solidly behind the president. But, however, before we even leave the APC, your Shehu Sani, Senator Shehu Sani, you know, seemed to express surprise that the president didn't choose the Mandela option, so-called. What do you think of that?
You can't change it. Well, you expect that one or two will say, you know, just, but it was a done deal a long time ago. Even from the beginning, we know that he's going to have a stretch of 8 years to begin to heal the wounds and you know, solve the problems left behind, you know.
But when you say a stretch of 8 years, the president is an aspirant now. He hasn't become a candidate yet. He's an aspirant now. You said you knew he'd have a stretch of 8 years. That depends on we, the electorate, right? It depends on us.
Well,
every voter.
We knew him far back as a man of integrity. Somebody who is fair to all concerned, somebody who understands that corruption cannot help any nation. And we work so hard to get him.
Okay.
The progressives.
And so now that you have him, you're not about to let him go before the fulfillment of...
We won't, because his potential. The potentials, and then he's fixing what was not fixed for many years. For many years. More than 16 years of PDP, you know, fixing what was not fixed, you know, positioning Nigeria, doing the needful, you know, carrying everybody along.
Indeed.
And then bringing justice to everybody.
And speaking about carrying everybody along, the way this whole thing has strategically come down, it's like the president, first of all, cleared a lot of junk out of the way internally. And speaking here about the whole matter about tenure elongation or no tenure elongation, as the president himself said in the speech that is reported upon, one of the reasons he came there was to, you know, nail, as it were, finally this whole issue. That, look, it's over. And also, I think there's a waiver now that, look, the members of the former body should have a waiver to be free to contest if they so wished. That was important, and that's part of, if you want, reconciliation, right? It's like no victor, no vanquished, so to speak, strictly speaking.
Well, of course, you know, it's a constitutional issue, but the federal constitution and the party constitution say you must have congresses and the national convention.
Yes.
When you do that, you deepen internal democracy, giving other people the chance to seek positions, you know. I mean, when you look at, especially when you look at the fact that the tenor, the leadership of the party has been, you know, has not been fully there.
As united as it could be, as cohesive as it could be. In short, fully there. It hasn't been.
Yes, I was just looking for more. To take up the issues that, you know, arose from you know, a big party like APC, and expect that whoever is in the saddle on the driver's seat must be looking, you know,
we must have blinkers on, no distractions.
Yes, carry everybody along. If there are factions, you call them together and seek peace.
Oh, you're talking about the leadership of the party now.
The leadership of the party that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That what we have seen in the past 4 years. That we
and that's going to be important in if there's to be any success to not just PMBs, any APC members' aspirations in that regard. You know, a level playing field, as you know, guaranteed by the leadership of the party.
That's what I talked about. Internal democracy, internal democracy, and then when you do that, you allow other people to come in, even if the existing officers will have to seek a re-election. I think it will be done in a free and fair process where everybody would have seen what is on the table and know that nobody is being cheated. You know, that's what we're talking about. And I thank God that our party were able to hold on and say, look, we must have congresses, we must have convention, so that new crop of leaders will emerge. If at the end of the day those that have been serving, you know, re-elected.
So be it.
So be it. But the leadership is my problem. And I've made it known severally. The leadership is my problem. The driver of that seat has been my problem for years now, because we saw crisis in about 11 states and they were not resolved until Achiwaju was made the chairman of the Reconciliation Committee. The moment he moved, the leadership now started setting committees. There was something they would have done before. That's how I would describe it, the last kicks of a dying horse. So.
Now, in terms of wrapping up the old, putting it, you know, where it should be, and, you know, sort of trying to open up the new, the NEC sort of gave till Thursday for a fine-tuned timetable of congresses and all those things that have to be done, especially with an eye to being constitutionally what to be proper according to the Constitution.
What the
21-day
Constitution says.
yes,
no, 30 days. 30 days for anybody who wants to seek, you know, re-election to resign. But that's the waiver they're talking about. Probably the 30 days. You know,
since they've now jammed that deadline, so there should be a
waiver for anybody who wants to. Any of them who wants to get, you know, re-elected should be allowed to go. That's a waiver.
Okay.
Because if you look at that law, if it's to be applied, none of them will seek office again, because they've exceeded it.
What this program is going to be about today, in addition to this, because even as was said by members of the NEC meeting yesterday, it was the shortest in history of the party, because, as they said, there was very little to say, because all through the week there had been consultations with the president, so
massive, you know,
all of that. So really, it was just
exactly across.
So consequently, it was so short, and then the president dropped this surprise, shall we say,
as the leader of the party.
Yes.
So we had expected it a long time ago.
Yeah.
When you have issues like this, the president must take a stand and say, do the needful.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday it was a very short meeting, but it didn't start yesterday.
It didn't start yesterday.
It was
and then the president within hours took off for the UK. But he had said what he had to say.
The problem, we were able to...
Okay, let's take a report of that NEC package meeting, and, you know, just as we're waiting for calls to come in, and let's hear their comments from home on this. Here we are.
It was always coming to this after the fourth NEC meeting of the All Progressives Congress for the year had ended in a decision to extend the tenure of party executives. It had not sat well with some members, and the party had passed through some stormy weather, ending in a President Muhammadu Buhari declaring that decision is against the party constitution and the Nigerian constitution. This NEC meeting resolved all the issues raised with the view of technical committee report, which upheld that congresses and a national elective convention should hold.
In this circumstance, the party should officially issue a statement on the above waivers so that our House may be full. We all must not be ignorant of the times and the journey that is ahead of us. Just like our party symbol, the broom, which typifies strength in unity, let us strive to remain united in our purpose. Victory is sure by the grace of God. And together, we must continue to sanitize Nigeria's political environment.
President Muhammadu Buhari also made his intention known to NEC members that he would contest in 2019 for a second term in office.
Where the president felt so happy and excited that because of this reunion and because of this unity in the party, he will now consider and also accept the recommendations or the appeals by several members of the society, the party, and everybody that he contest this election. And she accepted that he's going to contest. He's going to contest again as the president for the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The chairman of the technical committee, Simon Lalong, says the NEC provided a waiver for the present NWC members to recontest if they so wish.
The constitution, the same constitution provides that where you have cases like this, there are provisions for waiver. You waive it. Those who want to contest, they are free to contest. If they want to contest, they can contest.
The committee recommendation has provided for both, said, okay, you must do congresses. However, the requirement of the law that says you must resign 30 days before you can contest election will have to be waived. In essence, you don't have to resign again before you are able to contest election. So that way, everyone was taken and the matter has been resolved. So as far as APC is concerned, the storm that everyone was expecting will happen did not happen. The collapse that people were expecting will happen from start from this NEC meeting today did not happen.
The party is expected to hold a national convention and state congresses for a later date.
Okay, so there you have it. And as I was saying, the body, according to reports, gave till Thursday to submit fine-tuned timetables of all of those events. Yeah, we're sort of being reticent and we're putting things in order, the purpose of the meeting first and then the surprise that but actually you could turn the whole thing around. The big news is really that President Muhammadu Buhari has been unequivocal about the fact that I'm in there, I'm running. Most people are happy with that from within APC, but everybody knows that it's not all APC that is happy with it, as strange as that might sound. However, they can have their say, but the majority will have their way. What now probably will be a main focus of APC, I imagine, is going to be sort of, gathering together of resources to, be able to pull in one direction. Yeah. Surely we can't conceive of the thought, or can we, of people working against the intention of their party.
No, we have always said that you don't expect the big house or the people in the big house to be speaking with one voice all the time. This is expected, that you can have agitations, internal wranglings, quarrels, all kinds must happen in the house. It's a must that it will happen.
Okay.
And
that's the nature of democracy.
The leadership of the party must also be prepared for this and be willing to repair and reposition, and then bring everybody on the same table. That is the work of the leadership. These things must be expected. These internal wranglings must be expected. It is the ability of the leadership of the party to address it when they come that makes you that makes you the leaders of the party. So,
and the fact that there might have been the differences of opinion on that particular aspect is why we have this situation where a waiver has become necessary, and then people can revalidate themselves within their party.
You will never expect that everybody will say, okay, the president said I'm going to run. Everybody will like it.
Okay. Samson in Wari, good morning.
Good morning, Professor Onkuyori. Good morning, Mr. George Bokwe.
How are you?
I'm very
welcome.
Much okay. Yes, sir. Let us get something right, Uncle Yori. You see, I always, if you could check, we that always calling, we always try to get something right from day one. If you remember, I told you something. I said, even before Ashiwaju, I always say it and I will continue saying it, can go for reconciliation. We have to deal with the trouble with him, all those cabals with him, people that are giving him the problem. If not, he's not going to be successful. We will try the day they nominated Tinubu, the next few days, all their medulla oblongata started working automatically. Now, this is what is going to be the case. Forget about even tenure elevation, or they have the waiver, they can reconcile. If I have to be among all those executives, I will not allow Oligo to come back. That's number one. Then also, that Bolaji Abdullahi, when did you join APC? I want to ask Mr. Igokwe. I don't need it, man. I need much in PDP than APC, because he always go contradictory. He's been a controversial man from onset. When the APC chairman says something, you come behind them. I heard him on the television this morning saying rubbish. For what?
Well. Samson, language, please. As a Democrat, people can have their say.
No, we need people that started all these problems. Things like Mr. Joe would say, I need him from people you don't know me. I need him. I had one of his cousins as my girlfriend. So if I want to tell you now,
Samson, thank you very much. Thank you very much we really appreciate your calling in, Samson. Please let's just
passion for
exactly.
For
but please, Samson he's a good guy, but please let's keep it on topic. It's how
he follows the events. So
yes.
You understand what he's talking about, and
Well, he was critical of the National Publicity Secretary's modus operandi.
We understand the dynamics of some of these things. It's all about politics. Where you report to somebody who is. Let me not go into that. Let me not go into that. There's no need.
Samson was very, very willing to go into all of that. But
I'm a leader in the party, so our own is to bring everybody on the same table. Now that the needful has been done, one thing.
And it's about clearing the ground, because you see, if this all that we have now that is sort of sorted. Samson started out by saying that if you left it to me, I certainly wouldn't want some people in there. But because you people are Democrats, it's going to be a democratic process. No one person will decide. So whether or not Chief Oyegu will be the party
for some of
chairman.
For some of us, like myself, I have to be blunt. I have taken a position that we need a new leader.
Okay. Mr. George, good morning. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Uncle Yori, and good morning to Joy Bokwe.
Good morning. How are you?
Uncle Yori, the last caller, something, may have used a wrong word, but he was making a point. What I can see from where I sit is the body language of some of those outgoing executives, let me use that phrase, is still that of resistance. So, Joe, you need to tell your big people there that they should be on the alert.
Yes.
I read an online report early this morning that was misquoting the decision of the NEC, that they have been allowed to go ahead for another 1 year if the Congresses stay to hold. So they are going, that is to say, they are working on making sure that the Congresses do not hold. Those of you who hold the sword of the party from the beginning, don't let these guys destroy it for you. You still have to be on your guard until the Congresses have been heard and that chairman is removed. I am not happy with his performance. Uncle Yori, I said it from day one, that the chairman appears to have compromised integrity in leadership by taking sides wherever disputes arise and compromising what he should have been doing.
Sure.
That is the problem of the party. And when the Congresses take place, he must be removed, otherwise the problem will continue. Himself and his clique.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling in. I wonder if you agree with him that not yet Uhuru. Yes, this is going the way of progressives. Most people wanted to go this way. But no resting on your oars yet.
No. We're going to congresses and convention. And before the convention, there will be horse trading. There will be horse trading. But I have said it, and I'm repeating it again. Our target is to change the leadership. You know, initiatives must always come from the man who is at the top.
When you say our target, who?
No, I said we want to have a new chairman.
Okay.
Me, personally.
Okay.
We want to have
a
new driver on that
You said
seat.
you personally.
Personally, and I don't want to hide it.
You don't know whether that is the opinion of every APC member?
No. Anybody can. When we get to the convention, we'll vote.
We will know.
We'll vote.
Okay, and that is how we will know.
Definitely.
Hello?
Aye.
Oh, hello. Somebody got in. Yeah, good morning. Who are you? Who's on the line?
Okay.
Oh, Godwin Sulere. That you? Well, I don't know how you slipped in, but Godwin, see if you can get in again.
Myself will vote for a new person as the chairman of the party. He is the driver on the set. Like I said, the outgoing chairman has not provided leadership. Given the troubles we had in 11 states, nothing was done about it. When he did something, anything at all, is just taking sides with a faction, the party. And this thing didn't go down well with many of the party leaders. You know, we thought he has a lot to bring to the table, having been a federal permanent secretary and a former governor of Edo State for 2 or 3 years.
So
that
he
has
knows
a lot
the ropes
to bring to the table. But we saw disappointments.
Well, this is from your point of view. This is from your point of view, because there will be other points of view. So I just don't, I'm very happy to hear your point of view, but surely that's not necessary. If he saw, for instance, I doubt if he'll agree that he took sides. He would.
No, that's what we know.
Okay.
When there were issues. Okay, let's take Kogi State, for example,
Sure,
because
okay.
we don't be talking as if we don't know what's happening. Take Kogi State. We know what happened in Kogi State. We thought that after the whole thing, when this man was sworn in as the governor, that what we would have done is to move into Kogi State, bring Faleke, bring every other person and reconcile them. It never happened. It never happened. But you and I know that before Audu Abubakar died, he had won that election. Right. I don't know what happened, how they manipulated the process.
And somehow you feel the chairman at the time was
culpable?
The
woman would have moved with frightening speed, what we call frightening speed, and bring everybody on the same table. You okay? There's another day. Faleke, you are too young. Next time you will be. Whatever. And then all of them, including the senators from that state, will reconcile. You move. Nobody needs to tell you to go and do your job.
But nothing was done. And so that was one indication.
Instead, one side. He remained with the governor.
Okay.
In other states.
Yakub Indokwemo, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah. Are you happy that the president has declared his intention to run?
You know my position from the beginning. Because I personally am a fan of Mr. President. And then I believe that constitutionally he has right to do so, which is already declared his intention. And then I believe come 2019, yes, it may be a very close fighting, but I can tell you, Shivyori, Mr. President is going to come victorious. Because looking at some other candidates from other parties, the antecedent of Mr. President is still to supersede all of them. And then the love that I had for Mr. President, I pray, come 2019, it come to be a president again. And then it will now learn, big learn from the mistake that he made the day of the inauguration. I believe he will never make the first mistake again, because the mistake that Mr. President made is the way we find ourselves in this kind of situation today. It could be very easy right for him. But as far as I'm concerned, he's still going to win the election. But it will be very, very close fighting.
Yakub.
Are you getting it, sir?
Yakub. Yakub.
Sir?
Yes, as you said, I know where your mind lies. Yeah, you've been a die-hard Buhari supporter, but you've also, in recent times, joined other die-hard Buhari supporters who have been saying that you know what, I'm disappointed. I love the man, I work for the man, but I'm disappointed. So now you are saying to me that you're back again, you're friends again. You are now wishing that he will win. You're going to vote for him, it appears, if indeed he becomes a candidate.
Shibjori, I can tell you that I will vote for him. You know what? The reason is this. If you say that you work for someone and then you expect miracle to happen, look at when the Ashwat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the curriculum, the bed of Ashwat Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he made a statement that, yes, there will be challenges. We do not promise you miraculous change. You cannot just change something that has bastardized for 16 years.
All right. All right.
We have to tell ourselves the truth.
Okay.
That is the truth.
So we have to be realistic about these things.
The question of today, Shibjori, see, if Congress holds today, I will pray that the incumbent chairman of the party did not come back. I can tell you that. If they give him waiver for him to recontest the election, I will pray that we will never get the ticket again. You know why? If the chairman of the party have been up and doing, there will never be a reconciliation committee led by Ashwat Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
All right.
If you are a party leader, for you to reconcile all the party members, if the fighting is going on within every state, you should expect that. When you amalgamation of different kind of opinion within some kind of party, APC, another political party, APC then, ACN then, and then all the parties join together to form APC, you should expect some of a disagreement with other states. And then a true leader that go to lead such party should be a very true leader that knows something to do. When the rancor is going on within all the states, you should move in.
Okay, Yakub, I'm going to have to let go of you now. Yakub, thank you very, very much. Always appreciate your contributions. Thank you for calling in. Mr. President, okay, sorry, you wanted to comment.
Yeah, you know, you raised an issue that, yes, the president declared, and some people are hailing it, and some people are shaking their heads in total disagreement. We have to tell you the reason why we trust this president. Given what he has done, where he has brought us this, what he has done to warrant that we need to continue to put our hands to support him. You know, you have to consider the Nigeria he inherited. A battered and plundered house, looted to bones. You know, when we were in school, we say, you read yourself to bones, looted to bones. And this man came with a looted foreign reserve, left about 26, 28, and today is close to $50 billion, even in the face of oil glut. And you see a man that has spent 1.3 trillion, from 1.3 to 1.5 in 2016 in infrastructure. That's what drives the economy. And he's spending the same amount of money this year on infrastructure too. That's what drives the economy. This is a man that has brought unprecedented revolution in the agri sector. The type never seen in the history of this country. This is a man that has, like I said, no discrimination. They belong to this party. He has treated everybody fairly.
Well, on that particular point right there,
I'm talking about the governors, the governors.
Okay,
He's not
because there have been complaints which have been refuted, complaints about nepotism, complaints about...
The PDP governors are the one talking about it, that he has treated them as a father of all. So I can go on and on, but they will not say it. They will not say it because they had expected that, he would have fixed everything. Everything would have been, a dollar would equal to 1 naira, but these things don't come overnight.
Okay.
You have to fix things in order to get results. But if the man has brought discipline, honesty, integrity in matters of leadership. 2,500 megawatts or 3,000 is now close to 7,000. The same thing with the transmission capacity that we never had before. Fashola has been working silently on power roads across Nigeria, I'm from Southeast. I know what I'm talking about. So the only problem they are having is that the 20,000 accounts closed in the federal MDAs is affecting everybody.
20,000 no less accounts.
Closed down.
It's
to
like
give way for TSA.
It's like turning off the tap.
Feeding bottles. Feeding bottles. I've always said that. It is the problem. And this man will not return. You know, they think, oh, here we go. And it will become business as usual. But no. It will never be.
Now,
the houses seized will remain seized. The cars seized will remain seized. The dollars and pounds seized will remain. These are the people that are wailing, killing themselves.
Let's go on.
Some of them will even try to commit suicide, but there's nothing anybody can do about it.
We got to go on a
break.
The
man has come to stay.
Indeed. We'll look at the possibilities of, now that President Buhari has said that he is indeed, he has his hat in the ring, and when the time comes, he'll become a candidate. Right now, he has shown that, as of he hasn't spoken yesterday, he's clearly an aspirant. Let anybody from APC come and talk if they want. To say
not
that
even APC. There is no confusion in the
across the country.
No, I mean, we are looking at the other side.
Okay.
Will they even come out?
Okay, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Can we see the person?
Can we look at the potentials of a second term for Buhari? Welcome back. The day after President Muhammadu Buhari has given a clear indication by stating that he will indeed run for a second term. So he's an aspirant now, and in due course, when all the T's have been crossed and the I's have been dotted, he'll transition into a candidate. Now, with Joe and all other people in APC, no doubt, and indeed across the nation who are of his disposition, they'll be taking it for granted that, so, Mr. President's second term, that will be a time for consolidation, right? There are things that people have wanted and have been suggesting that, look, they have to move carefully because they have to move politically, but by the time you get to the second term, you can now, as it were, you know, press the metal to metal, straight down. You think there's much more that can be done that hasn't been done in this first term?
No, government is a continuum.
Yes.
A continuum.
So PDP, for instance, will say it's a continuum, so we can take over from here. What you people have done, we've managed it, and now the PDP is here, we'll take over from here.
Let us make the mistake of returning power to plunder us. Let us clear the organs table that they're behind.
So the continuum you're talking about is within the same party?
Within the same party. That has come to build.
Okay.
That has come to build. APC may not have solved all the problems of Nigeria. It will take time. It's a gradual thing. You will continue to move from one position to another until you get to the... if one leader can solve all the problems, Buhari wouldn't have been here. Fashola said it. He said if all the problems, Jack on this would have solved all the problems. They will always be there. As you have new day, new month, new year, new things, new problems will continue to come up, and the leaders must face it.
Okay.
So I am satisfied with what he has achieved so far,
and
especially in the area of fighting corruption. I didn't tell you that area.
Yeah.
This is one government that has taken the fight to the people, and we can say it.
Okay.
No one government in this country has been able to have the courage
to take on
put
corruption.
The names of looters on the pages of newspapers. You may think it's just politics. It's not.
It's not.
The families are getting the heat.
Okay. Muiwa in Alimosho, good morning. I'm sorry.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning. It's a pleasure to get on your show finally, sir.
Oh, we're so happy to have you.
You're doing a good job, sir.
Thank you.
And good morning, Mr. Igbokwe.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I just want to share my thoughts on the program today about the President's declaration.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. First, The president he has been very, very hardworking. We have to give him that. But we still think there's still some mediocrity in administration and in some certain decisions even the president himself has taken. And I advise me, I'm a strong supporter of the APC. Apparently, a supporter of ACN, not even APC. Because after the emergence of the government, there has been different elements in the party that has been causing unnecessary, downturn for the fortunes of the party, which is also very bleak. It's just an advice to the party to understand that their chances to win this election in 2019 is not as 100% as it was in 2015.
Okay.
Our advice is people like Mr. Joe Igbokwe should be in better hands of affairs in the national party itself. Because these are people that, when they talk, you can necessarily see some nationalism in them. These are people that genuinely and, they have something to offer the country. Not some set of people that just bring themselves up together and totally play politics with everything. So our advice is this government, especially from the camp of the Asiwaju Tinubu, because he's such a great leader, that is something nobody can take away from him. But they have to go back to their own trenches, go back to the drawing board, and take themselves, most importantly, first. And don't let some people from the north or whatever part of the country come and just, give them some unnecessary things that might just take them away even from government.
Okay.
So this is just my advice. And Mr. Joe Igbokwe, I'm a big supporter of you. I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you.
And I really like your articulation about everything you talk about. Our prayer is God in his infinite mercy will save the country from the hands of the mediocres that are trying to bring us down. And like I said, sir, you are always doing a great job.
Thank you,
Muyiwa.
Yeah, we love Joe too. Thank you very much, Muyiwa. Maybe we'll hear from people calling in what they now expect, taking for granted perhaps from their side that Buhari will win the election. Just taking that for granted for the sake of discussion, what are the things that you would expect or want him to take on in this second term? Because everybody has an idea about what a first term means and then also what a common wisdom says the second term means. Generally speaking, in politics, it is thought that in the second term, since it's the second of an 8-year, the second of a 2-term allowed, you can be a lot, quote unquote, bloody-minded about things.
Yeah.
Is that, you're expecting that some things that Buhari might have been treading on eggshells around in the first term, he'll be able to be a bit more forthright? And
yes, of course, the power generation is still an issue, a very big one for that matter. Somebody was telling me, he said, if we get it right in the area of power generation, you will see less people on the streets. You see less people on the streets. He said, if you go to developed cities, you won't see people on major highways. People are walking somewhere. He said, we'll take people away from the city, somebody told me. We are going to deepen the fight on corruption.
Okay,
okay.
We can go deeper than has been.
Some people are very angry. Let this man go, because, like we said, the tap has been shut, and they want the tap to be opened again. We have to take it to another level.
All right.
Sorry,
let me bring in Madam Josephine in Aja. Madam Josephine, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ayori. I'm your guest, Igokwe.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. President has right, his constitutional right to come back for election. But I disagree with Mr. Igokwe. Although he's doing his job as a publicity secretary, you cannot come and demarket your party. But I'm speaking as a Nigerian and what is affecting us as a citizen.
Go on.
The president came on 3 major promise that gave him the entrance on a platter of gold. The promise are fighting corruption, insecurity, and the economy. And if you ask me, initially, when he came in, his body language concerning the security, we saw some improvement, but they keep on telling us that they have technically defeat the Boko Haram, which they are asking of money to buy equipment again and fight the same Boko Haram that you are technically defeated. That is on one side. The same government that came to power promised all sorts of... do you know the full meaning of APC? I'm angry with this party. They are all promise cancel party. All their promise, they promise...
APC, all promise cancel. Madam Josephine.
So go to the street and ask people how they are faring. People cannot feed, people cannot pay rent, insecurity everywhere. They should tell us the truth. Mr. President said, if he is voted into power, he will stop medical tourism. But who is the first partaker of medical tourism? He was the one, he went to London and stayed for how many months? And we cannot say now whether it's head, because he did not tell us the status of his head. But we should leave it to Nigeria to decide, not the one they are saying that nobody can compete with Mr. President. Out of 180 million people, that is a joke of a century, where we have 1 million credible and intelligent people. How many books has the president write? What is his pedigree concerning education, concerning intellectual?
Okay.
We want a credible candidate, not that they are bringing to us. APC to work on themselves. They have more intelligent people than what we are having now. What we are having now is shambles. No business is thriving. Nothing is working. The country, people are hungry, unemployment everywhere.
Okay, Madam Josephine. Thank you very much, Madam Josephine. You did start off by saying that you are very angry with this APC. And then she called APC all promises cancelled.
Let me address this woman. Well, you have to give me time to address this woman.
But
this woman has been terrorizing
with respect
everybody that comes here. This is not the first time she's doing this. What is her problem?
It has no.
What is her problem?
We take
hold your views and let me hold my views.
But we don't quarrel with people who phone into the program. We just take their comments.
He has been yesterday did something.
Yes.
Every other day did something.
We expect her to call in every day. She's a friend of the program.
Okay. He should mind our language.
Okay.
He should mind our language.
Okay, but we also
You may not like the president. We like the president, Mrs. Josephine.
Yes.
We like this president because of what he's doing. Maybe you are one of those...
She can express herself.
No, she's
allowed to express herself.
She can, but I can also express myself.
Yes.
Because when you allow somebody to tell lies 1,000 times,
people may stick.
People may say it's the truth.
And so
she has been doing this consistently. We try to call. We cannot get. How he manages to get, she manages to get into the programs, is what I don't know.
There are people like
Time has come for her to manage herself. The woman should manage herself.
But she has a right.
The language
she has the right to comment.
Bring her here so that we can debate. Not terrorizing everybody every day. Screaming.
Okay.
Did anybody take the bottles away from her mouth?
But did
anybody steal her husband?
Wait. No, do you want to address any particular point she made? I don't want us to get into denigrating her.
No. She said the president promised on economy, promise on Boko Haram. Yes. Before President came, Boko Haram was attacking Abuja, attacking police headquarters, military headquarters. Even in Abuja, they no longer do it. Somebody did the fight. Before she came, Chibok's girls were taken away. Even though some of them are still yet to be back, President was able to return some of them.
Sure.
They took Dapchi girls. President fought.
Yes.
He fought them out of Sambisa.
So that's all.
This woman has not given anything to this government. But stop bringing her to this program. I want to bring her to this studio so that I can engage her. I want to engage her.
What you are saying is puncturing what she has said, and that's all. That's what civilization is about.
The way she's going about it every day, the studio will open a phone line for her to begin to abuse everybody. I want to know what she's doing for a living. Maybe it's one of these contractors.
But
he may be a contractor that is not getting contracts again.
I don't want you to attack people.
Let's go on.
Thank you.
I came today. I said I will have time to deal with this woman. And thank God she came.
You can't deal with a woman because we respect her. She's one of our guests.
No. Okay. She's not using the right language.
Ishaq in Jos. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, Ishaq.
Good morning to your guest.
Sure.
Good morning.
I think your guest, you need to caution your guest. is going to personal. The caller that called, she's entitled to speak. She's entitled to her opinion. You don't need to attack a person. This is not the first time the publicity secretary of APC is
she called APC names.
No, that is not enough. You need to That's not enough to attack a person. Anyway, that is by the way. Because the last time you were also in studio, you were attacking a young man that was in studio with you, calling him a young little boy. I think that is not. That is.
Okay. Yeah, but thanks, Isaac, for calling in. Would you like to go to the matter of the president's declaration?
There's no surprises. I saw it coming. In fact, I would have been even more surprised if Mr. President declined to contest 2019. Okay. However, I think the president is a candidate to beat. What I want the party to do between now and next year is to sell the achievement of the current administration. There's no perfect. I think 4 years truly is not enough for this party to address the damage that has been done. That is, by the way, but the APC needs to restructure itself. APC needs to deliver campaign promises. They promise restructuring. They make several promises that we're unable to achieve, but they have achieved some. We want them to restructure the cabinet. We have inefficient people in the cabinet, the lopsided appointment, and other areas where they will sell the party.
Sure.
So that by 2019, our hope is that we want a better Nigeria. Maybe for now, because we've not seen those candidates that want to contest against Mr. President, but in the time you compare them, Mr. President still remains the best among the ones that are come out.
He's the man to beat.
But that does not mean Mr. President is the best candidate in the country. We still have people that are more better than him. But how many of those are coming out? So my concern is...
We only concern ourselves with those who have thrown their hat in the ring. And what Joe Ibokwe and his co-travelers are saying is that of all those that have thrown their hat in the ring, it's a no contest. That's what they are saying.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So
okay. He saw improvements, some improvements, and felt the need to do more. That's what we said. That government is a continuum,
exactly.
not to come and just
said that.
Complete write-off.
But you were talking about the taps,
the closed taps
being turned off even harder. Even harder.
Is the problem. Is the problem. And it's affecting everybody.
Because without corruption, Bill Gates was in town the other day and you heard all the things that he was saying. Nothing was new, but corruption is the problem.
It is. Everything we lack in this country
and the president has said we need to replace correction with correctness or something like that. So he's been trying that, but he's had to work within the ambit of the law and all of that. As you were boasting that the president is the first to actually mention names of looters. Don't forget that the president wanted to do this way back, but it must be his legal folks who said, no, Mr. President. No,
let us be sure. Yes,
you can't go there.
Because you have to be sure of what you are doing. Because some of them returned some money. When you return something that you have taken, it's an admittance, you are guilty. Because if you're not, you wouldn't have returned anything. So they make sure they got all these things, where if you play bargaining, let us just they will leave you. But
and then the depth of the rot, we couldn't imagine. When you people were calling it a specially dirty agent's table, we didn't know what was going on, but as you people were. But Mr. Adekunle in Agege, good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really understand the Mrs. Josephine calls from Lagos.
Okay.
You see, she already make a lot of mistakes. You call Mr. President a name that you know nothing. And then you forget that this is a general, former head of state of this federation during the
former governor, former this. He said how many books are she?
And then let me remind her, there was a time Boko Haram are holding caliphate in this country. They are declared from local government in the north, almost 19 local governments. As I'm talking to you today, there was nowhere in Borno State local government that Boko Haram occupied. Though they are still in Sambisa forest and attack our people. But Mr. President has done very well in this aspect. This is Josephine to take it calm. We should never use that word and calling APC, People Council Party, or whatever.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Mr. Adekunle Nagege. Really appreciate your call. I wish we could leave Madam Josephine alone and just deal with the points. Let's not deal with the messenger. Let's deal with the message, please. That's how we roll on this program. We try not to let it degenerate into a person, but sometimes I understand where you need to mention names. But the point that she was making is that promises had not been kept. Yes, she was creative in expressing that particular opinion. And might have said something that might have touched a raw nerve.
Dangerously moved into areas she was not supposed to be. And you know, I told you, I've been monitoring her for some time now.
Are you monitoring everybody, or it's just her?
No, particularly.
That's because she's an effective communicator.
Her language has always been reckless.
Okay, but I don't want to... Don't let's use the opportunity to...
Totally unacceptable in a conversation like this.
Okay.
And I want TVC to bring this woman here so that we can have a debate on these things. But that's by the way.
I thought you people, politics, say that there must be give and take. There must be compromise. Not everybody is going to agree with you.
No, we'll debate.
And when somebody phones in and doesn't agree with you, I don't think you should start abusing him or her.
No, nobody abused anybody. She started.
But you did say what is our problem?
She called the president. She said he has not read one book. That's what he said. And they called APC a party of cancelling something.
All promises cancelled. You would have laughed like this, anyway, but you got angry.
That's by the way. When you are
Joe, I think, is on the line. Another Joe. Did you? Well, John in Jalingo. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, John.
Yes. Uncle Yori.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be on to you.
We're happy to have you.
Because all along I've been trying to get you from this line. The thing has not been coming.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, I want to say that Mr. Ugoke is actually overdoing what he is doing. I know he is the mouthpiece of that APC. He is talking. He doesn't want anybody to speak against APC. That is very wrong. Mrs. Josephine is a woman with a heart that does not care about anything. She cannot be intimidated by Mr. Ugoke. She is a Nigerian. She's not the only one. I am here supporting her 1 million times.
Okay.
Though the president has the right to contest, yes, nobody is denying that fact. She has said out point blank what they have promised, and they have said that is politics.
Okay.
We have not seen anything on ground. In fact, they are talking about insecurity. Before the election of 2015, President Goodluck, former president, had cleared that notice, and that is why there was election at that area. What is he talking about? Please, if he doesn't know his work, he should not go there and try to defend his work and be telling other people not to talk.
All right then. John in Jalingo, thank you very much for calling. Oh dear. Joe, strategy. If you had sidestepped this whole matter, we won't be talking about Madam Josephine's contribution.
I know she will not do what she did today again. Let me tell you. When you get to the market,
you can't challenge a person like that.
When you get to the market,
and it's not this program is not about Madam Josephine.
I want her
this program is about President Buhari declaring. It's not about Madam Josephine.
She said the man has not read one book. This is a former head of state, former governor, former minister.
Okay.
For a retired general,
yes,
star general, PTF chairman. He has a whole lot of pedigree he's bringing to the table. So if anybody...
Well, you can see anything you want in politics.
Cannot be learned from textbooks alone.
When Mr. President was vying for the presidency, there are people who said he didn't have a certificate, his first school leaving certificate. These are not things that one pays undue attention to.
Some people
I thought.
Even if he's killing himself to rebuild Nigeria, some people will not like it. Some people want...
That's life for you.
Some people are angry. But let me tell you...
let me squeeze in Shobo.
I have to say this before she comes in. If you get to the market and you want to buy something, you have to focus on this transaction you are doing with the person you are buying something from and forget about the noise in the market.
And you should
focus on what you are buying.
So you would have forgotten about the noise on this program. Did you say Shobo? Good morning, Mr. Shobo.
Yeah, good morning,
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Mr. Ibokwe.
Good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good morning. You see, what I want to say is Mr. Ibokwe is right.
He's right. This woman, the last time Mr. Agokwe was in the studio, this one called and she began to, to accuse the man and all that. I tried to call her on that day. I couldn't make it. And this morning, she called again. She was ranting. Even when she called again, Mr. Agokwe respected her. Mr. Agokwe used man for her when she called this morning. And she began to rant and rant again and rant. Every time this woman called, she called as if she's working for PDP. And she was given a lot of time to do all that thing she was doing. It is not right. I have the right to choose whoever I want to choose. She has the right to choose whoever she wants to choose.
Indeed.
That is the beauty of democracy.
All right.
She shouldn't be calling and be ranting and ranting and ranting as if she's working for PDP. It's not right.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. That's your last caller. As a matter of fact, we don't mind. We will take them all. We let somebody call from PDP. Let him call from APC. Let him call from any party. We want to hear what you have to say. It's unfortunate that sometimes the whole thing becomes like we don't want it to become a slagging match. We just hope that patience will prevail.
She has been too angry.
And people will sidestep the personality and deal with the issues.
For 3 years, she has been very angry.
Okay, we got to go.
We
got to go. But thank you very, very much, Mr. Joe Ibokwe, APC Publicity Secretary of Lagos State and a special friend of Madam Ibokwe. I'm sorry, Madam Josephine, that phones in from Aja. That's our program. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I'm Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.